Welcome back, everybody, to TalksOfTheGeeks.com. Justin here, back with more movie reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which will be on Netflix December 9th, just in time for the holiday season. As always, I give you a brief synopsis, so here we go. A father's wish magically brings a wooden boy to life in Italy, giving him a chance to care for the child. Pinocchio stars Ewan McGregor as Sebastian J. Cricket, Gregory Mann as Pinocchio, Ron Perlman as Podesta, Finn Wolfhard as Candlewick. And I have to say that this was absolutely amazing. And of course, I have to also mention David Bradley plays Geppetto, who gives a hell of a performance, but a little more on that later when it comes to the acting. Story-wise, it hits similar beats of the Pinocchio that you're used to. So minor spoilers here. Of course, you have the whale scene. You have Pinocchio having to join the circus. You have really some heart-wrenching, heart-touching, emotional beats with Jiminy Cricket. And I have to say that this definitely is my favorite adaptation of Pinocchio. And I think what really makes this work is it has a little bit more of a mature take and tackles that theme of death, that theme of loss, and they make Geppetto and and his grief because something happens to Geppetto, and what happens to Geppetto is wow. First of all, like whoo, and just brilliant performance, brilliant performance of what happens to Geppetto there, and I like how this movie really centered Geppetto as that heart of the story and what he's dealing with. Like you're getting a Geppetto that is dealing with a situation and he falls into depression. So he hits a couple of beats in this that he's angry, he's bitter, he's drinking a lot. Like this is a Geppetto, me personally, I did not see ever. And that's mainly because the only Pinocchio adaptations I've seen was the Disney ones. So for me to see a more realistic take on the character, and even for a fantasy type of element to it, I mean, we have a talking cricket, for goodness sakes. They still added a little bit of realism to this, where the realism is not the situation of obviously like, oh my gosh, this puppet's coming to life. It is the realization of situations that happen and how people, real life people, will deal with these situations in this film. And I think that for me is what really made me love this. And I'm going to say it right now, to me, this is hands down animation film of the year. It definitely needs some nominations, just first of all, let's talk about the aesthetics. And credit to the Jim Henson Company, because they're the ones really responsible. They're the ones responsible for the animation here, and you can feel the love. I mean, the movie is gorgeous to look at. Like I could watch this over and over. Just cinematography, the way the animation is done, it is just a sight to see. It is gorgeous. That's all. Like that's the best way I could describe this. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous looking film. I would love a video game, since we're big gamers over here at ONG. I would love a game with this type of graphics, with this type of aesthetics, just so I can explore. I mean, there's details such as the lighting, the seeing the sunset coming back on the foreground, the background. There is just a lot of detail and care that went into making this film. You can really tell, and it really shows, and it really shines here. So the not only that aesthetically, animation wise, it looks good. The story has so much heart. The voice acting is amazing. Like I said, I think Ewan McGregor does a hell of a job as Sebastian J. Cricket, or Jiminy Cricket as we know him, but they just call him the Cricket in this, or Sebastian. And I think he does a great job of being kind of that voice of reason, that voice of conscience, not just for Pinocchio. There's times Jiminy Cricket has to kick Geppetto in his ass and like, look, stop feeling down on yourself. Things happen, bad things happen. We have to learn how to move on. We have to learn how to deal with the cards that were dealt sometimes, and we have to overcome. We can't wallow in our own grief. And I think that was one of the main themes. Like there's such a theme of death in this Pinocchio film, and I was really I was surprised that they touched on certain topics here. Like there's war, there's death, there's elements of fascism in this as well, and I'm just like, whoa, this is a. I was like, this a Pinocchio film I'm watching, but the way it's done, the way it's executed, the way they touch on various themes, I just have to applaud it. It is, to me, one of the best movies of the year. I enjoyed this. I am giving this a very, very rare 4.5 stars. This was great, man. I enjoyed it. The ending is gonna hit you too. I enjoyed every bit of it. I think it has a great message, has a great theme, and the way they touch on death was something I was not expecting from a Pinocchio film, and just the brilliant acting all the way, animation. Definitely check this out when it hits Netflix December 9th. This is Justin from TalksToGeeks.com. If you like what we do here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Please hit that notification bell and keep it locked here on the Tacos and Geeks YouTube channel. And if you're watching this on the TalksToGeeks.com, by all means, browse our stuff. The UWL will be returning the second week of December. So be on the lookout for the Witching Hour episode if you're watching this before then. You can also check out our new interview on ONG.com with Sean O'Connell, who wrote a really great Spider-Man book with great power, which he details the whole history of Spider-Man in live action. So make sure you pick that up and check that out. And a holiday gift guide as well. So check that out as well. So this is Justin from TalksToGeeks.com saying, later days, catch you on the next one.